Upstairs at Froelich, show 206.5, You Ma Make Me Happy, Real One.
You serious? You don't know. Everybody knows you never go full retard.
What do you mean?
You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
Welcome to another action-packed episode of Upstairs at Froelich. And we're going to be talking about, now this is a movie that when it came out, I didn't like it, okay? But then I watched it again, and I didn't like it. And then I had to watch it again. And then I think we were at, like, somebody's house or something. It was, like, New Year's, and we had been, I guess we drank a little bit, and then somebody brought some weed out. Or they claimed it was weed. I really wasn't sure because it didn't do anything for me. But then we put on the movie again, and then I loved it. And this is called Simple Jack. And it was starring Tugg Speedman. Tugg Speedman, the thing about it, I was never into Tugg Speedman movies because they were big action movies, the Scorcher movies. You remember those?
Yeah, the Scorcher movies were pretty decent. I mean, a little derivative of Schwarzenegger, but good nonetheless.
No, I heard Scorcher 2 was the best one out of all of them. Scorcher 1 wasn't that great. Scorcher 2 was considered the classic. Scorcher 3 was, just kind of desperate.
So, I mean, you could compare it to the Expendables films because, like, Expendables was really good. Expendables 2 was, like, better than the first one in every way. But then Expendables 3 was like, what?
I remember that. I would say Expendables 2. Yeah, definitely. I'm a middle of the franchise kind of guy because Two Towers was my favorite of the Lord of the Rings movies.
I'll middle you on Empire Strikes Back, but Return of the King was so much better.
Return of the King was really long, and so was Scorcher 3. Scorcher 3 was clocked in at 3 hours and 49 minutes before they even came out with the extended version on Blu-ray.
Oh, jeez.
But then after Scorcher 3, he goes, because maybe he was one of these actors like Tom Cruise or something like that. He wanted respectability, so he decided he wanted to do Simple Jack next. But the problem was it was like a couple of years, only a couple of years after Forrest Gump. And the thing about Forrest Gump was that was considered nobody had a problem with Tom Hanks doing what he did in that movie. I mean, Tom Hanks is an actor who gets a whole bunch of respect anyway. So he wins an Oscar for Philadelphia, and then he gets another Oscar the next year for Forrest Gump. That's back-to-back Oscars. And this is what Tugg Speedman was trying to do with Simple Jack.
A lot of people were trying to replicate that success, though, like doing these, going from action to serious movies, though. He just wanted to capitalize, trying to show, I can be I can be the next Tom Hanks.
Oh, but you know what? I mean, when the movie came out, it was just like when Gary Oldman played Matthew McConaughey's little person brother or something, foster or whatever he was. They smacked him down hard.
Ah, man, it was. You know what?
You
really wanted to like that performance. You really wanted to try, man. But
he was wonderful. I thought he was wonderful when he was like with the horse, and then he's like saying, "You make me happy." I mean, tears. I'm talking tears. I was like Niagara Falls.
I don't know, man. I mean,
do you prefer him?
I mean, it was good, but like something about it was just a little off-putting.
Do you prefer him more as an action movie star than as a serious actor?
Yeah, I prefer Tugg Speedman as an action movie star, most definitely.
I mean,
dude had to stick to it. I mean, dude, you got to stick to your day job. Arnold Schwarzenegger stuck to his day job.
Well, why? Can I ask you, why was it okay for Tugg Speedman to have this complete reversal in his whatever roles he was depicting? It wasn't okay for him, but it was okay for Kirk Lazarus to go completely make himself black for this movie Tropic Thunder, where he wasn't even black, even though he won a bunch of Oscars too. So
that right there, you just answered your own question because he won a bunch of Oscars. Because he was like, didn't he win like 7 Oscars?
He got 5. He got 5. He was
Oscars?
nominated for 7, and of the 7, he won 5.
Okay, so that's exactly why he had the right to do that. You're not going to argue with a guy who's won 5 freaking Oscars. He can do whatever he wants.
But don't you think his depiction was rather insulting, though? The stereotyping and all that?
I don't. A little bit, yeah. A little bit. You know what? Not even a little bit. It was pretty insulting.
Well, I mean, I think Kirk Lazarus is probably a better actor than Tugg Speedman.
I was a much better actor than Tugg Speedman. I mean, that Satan's Alley was fucking phenomenal, man.
Satan's Alley. See, now the thing about Satan's Alley was, I'm not really big on that. I'm not into that alternative lifestyle stuff. It's like, it was a little bit outside my comfort zone, if you will.
But what about Brokeback Mountain? Wasn't that outside or inside of your comfort zone?
That was also outside. The thing about it is, the whole I wish I could quit you thing, and then converting that into monks in a monastery in Ireland. It's a little weird. You shouldn't be doing stuff like that. I feel like instead of going for credibility and legitimacy, you're just deliberately trying to piss people off at that point. But I think we both agree on Simple Jack, though.
Yeah, it was just like, it's a rough movie, but I mean, you want to like the performance. There are parts of it that you like, but at the same time, it's fucking Tugg Speedman. It's like it would literally trying to be watching Arnold Schwarzenegger do fucking Shakespeare,
or like watching like a guy who might be a serious actor doing something, even though he has more of a penchant for action comedy, and then appearing in a movie with Patrick Swayze and Liam Neeson. It just doesn't make any sense that you would find that actor in that, doing that kind of role.
Yeah, you wouldn't imagine that, would you?
No, you wouldn't at all. 2 thumbs way up on my direction. You maybe about a half a thumb, I would say.
Yeah, you know what? I'll do what Ebert did. I'll give it a marginal recommendation. I'll give it a 3. I'll give it a 3 star, so it gets a thumbs up, but just barely.
Just barely. I mean, like, how can you be so cold? Really? I mean, come on.
Because some of it was a little rough, okay? But the heart of the story was there. But just some of the performance was a little rough. He was reaching too far.
And I will say most of us and most of this show was complete bullshit. April Fools, thank you very much. There was no such movie called Simple Jack, as we know. Good night.
Good night.
All right.